y'all, it's Mikey. Welcome to the farm. So glad to have y'all with me today. I got a whole lot of scraps to feed to these pigs. We've been doing a lot of shelling and making some tomato sauce, and got another loaf of bread that we picked up on the side of the road that somebody lost along the way in their travels to get over here to give to the pigs. So y'all come along with me and help me feed these babies. So a lot of you know that we ended up having to take the little sidekick here back in for some repair work. Watch out for the limbs. And you know, I told y'all I was going to keep you updated, and I do have to give a good review on Carolina Power Equipment Company, y'all. They are very honest and kept their word and got this thing running good, and we have had absolutely no problems with it since we've gotten it back. And I just really appreciate the guys over there at Carolina Power Equipment Company. You know, they're a Kubota dealer, but they are still, even though it is a dealership, it's locally owned and operated. And y'all know that we always like to support our local small businesses, and also refer them out to y'all as well. If you're ever in the area or live in the area, y'all please, regardless, always support your local small mom and pop businesses to keep these big commercial companies from running these companies out and shutting them down, and keep them going, y'all. We got to keep these small businesses going. Once they're gone, you can't get them back. Look at these squealers. My goodness, y'all. Y'all ready to eat? I got some good old bread for you. How's that? Yep. Charlotte said she's ready. All right. Come on, babies. Go get it. Come on. Come on. There you go, Templeton. Templeton found it, Charlotte. Go get it, girl. Go get it. All right, girl. Here you go. So they've done completely got a hold of all them corn stalks. Is that good, girl? Yeah. All kinds of scraps and leftovers. We don't like to waste stuff here. And if the livestock can eat it, that's what we do with it. Hot and sweaty. I think I got everything pretty much fed and watered around here, and I appreciate y'all coming along with me, helping me get that done today. And just want to take a few minutes, and I apologize for my sweatiness, but that's just what it's like on a farm and out here working in these hot summer days. And I know a lot of us are suffering from this massive heat wave going through our country and other areas as well. But just want to take a few moments, number one, to express our deepest sympathies to the families of the victims of this senseless tragedy that we recently had in our country. And, you know, working out here, being by myself during the day and working with all these animals, it shuts everything out, all the chaos and confusion. And I think that we all need times like that just to shut everything out. Take some time to get in a calm spot where you can think clearly, because when you do that, your focus is calmer, your responses are calmer. And you know, it's got me thinking, with all this going on in our country right now, when and why did we as Americans start fighting so much against each other? It's senseless. You know, we were founded on our freedoms, our freedom of religion, our political views, our pursuit of happiness, whatever that may be in your personal life. You know, we're not always going to agree with each other. And that's what makes us unique. And that's what makes our country so special. And, you know, it makes me wonder, you know, like I said, when did this all start? Where we became so divided and so insensitive to each other. And I really do feel like it started with these dang phones and computers, because it has given us the means of communication hiding behind a device. We don't know how to communicate with each other anymore because we don't. We let the phone autocorrect our words and, you know, hiding behind that mask. And a lot of times, things that people say to each other behind these phones and computers makes me wonder, is that something you would really say if you were face to face with the person in front of you? I don't think so. I think it's given us a reason to say things and act tough and bully one another. To be honest with you, I mean, that's the only term that you can use. It's a source of being a bully. You know, we're belittling each other, assassinating each other's character. You know, if somebody doesn't go along with this person right here, then somebody's got to be always wrong, right? No, that's not how this country works. That's why we have our differences in government. That's why we have different religious denominations, because you choose which one fits your personal beliefs and your personal views the best that it can. Does it mean that we always agree with every single thing? No, it doesn't, because our governmental leaders are human. Our religious leaders are human. We're not always going to say and do the right thing. They're not either. We're all human. I mean, if we were perfect, we wouldn't need Christ, would we? And, you know, all these religious leaders in the biblical days, Noah, Abraham, all these righteous men could not lead us where we needed to go to keep us from the realms of hell. And God himself came down to do it for us, because we are so imperfect. There's no human that could have given us that salvation, no matter how righteous they were or still are. We need Christ, and thank goodness he came to save us all, whether you believe or don't believe, and that's your right. So with that being said, y'all, I'm sickened and I'm saddened that our country is where it's at. And I really do feel like we all need to take a step back and evaluate ourselves and quit worrying so much about trying to find fault with someone else or to put blame on someone else. I feel like we need to start stepping up and taking responsibility for our own actions. And we need to start getting back to treating each other the way that we would want to be treated. And, you know, I have, you know, this channel, and my whole intentions of doing this channel from the start is to help people. You know, I started out doing this farming homestead here with absolutely no knowledge or skills to do so. Growing up, we didn't plant even a tomato bush. I mean, we didn't have pigs, we didn't have cows, none of this. We didn't grow a garden. We didn't plant tomatoes. You know, we went to the grocery store. That was city life. So, you know, I've explained, I've learned a lot and gained a lot of knowledge off of a lot of YouTube channels. And I also enjoy watching a lot of smaller YouTube channels too, because I know how hard it is. Sorry, I got a helicopter flying over. But I know how hard it is when you're at ground level and you're just trying to start out and get your content and your information out there. It takes a while. There's a lot of competition out there. And, you know, I just feel like whether it be a large channel or a small channel, if that is something that I feel like could be beneficial to you and in some way was beneficial to me in my learning process with this, yes, I'm going to give credit where credit is due, and also let you know about them as well. You know, I think sometimes we tend to get so wrapped up into the competition around us that we fail to recognize others when they need to be recognized, because we're too set in our fear that something that we gained may be taken away from us. And I don't look at it that way. I do not view it that way at all. I feel like the more that we can help each other, it takes focus off of ourselves and makes things around us a whole lot better, because that's what we're here for. We're supposed to be a helpmate to each other. You know, God created Adam. Adam was to oversee all the animals, and he needed help. He needed a helper. And so God gave him Eve. And that's why we have each other. So we can help each other through life. And this life can be very difficult and a struggle to get through sometimes, y'all. And it's tough. And we need to remember that about each other. You know, no one here on this earth is perfect by any means. And we all have the same struggles in life. And we all breathe the same air. So it should not matter if I have a different religious view or political view or personal view than anyone else. Because in the end, I have to take responsibility and answer for my actions and what's in my heart. I think we need to quit being so judgmental of each other. Yes, if you see someone in sin, we're supposed to try to help them and encourage them. But we're not supposed to hate them. Love thy sinner, hate the sin. So when did we get that backwards? We're hating people. We need to hate the sin. And we need to encourage and love everyone around us. We're not doing that anymore, y'all. We're not doing that anymore. And, you know, like I said, this channel, I want to use it as a platform to help hopefully pull people in a life of Christian ways and Christian values. If you choose not to go in that direction, that is your choice. And I also want to use my platform and my channel to help others. Just like I said with the YouTube channels. And that's my intentions. I was helped along the way starting this farm and our homestead here, and I want to do the same in return for others that may be or were or are in my position of not even knowing where to begin. You know, y'all know that I do a lot of shout outs for local businesses in our area, and we really do like to support our small mom and pop stores and businesses, our small local businesses. And I'm asking that you do the same in your area. These larger commercial companies are moving in and shutting down the small people. And we don't need that. Our country grew and became what it was off of these small mom and pop, family owned small businesses. And these commercial businesses are shutting down Main Street across America. They've become just desolate. And it's sad to see that way. It's really sad to see Main Street America just turn to ruins. You know, this past weekend, y'all, I ran into Mr. and Mrs. Jumper, and I did share that information with y'all. And I think a lot of that story, y'all, touched my heart so much because, as you know, we recently lost Cayce, our little schnauzer. And, you know, we're still healing from that, and it's very hard. And like I said, I tend to just kind of hold things in, and I don't really talk about it. It is a whole lot with y'all. I know that, but we're still hurting, and we're still trying to get over that. That was a tough loss for us. And so when I met Puppy, it just resonated with me, and I just wanted to get his story out there, and my channel was the only way that I could do that, to do something good to help somebody in need and to help an animal in need. And you know, I had a couple of comments on my videos, because I did two, one with the tour of the mill and trying to let y'all know about Mr. David's mill that he runs in Wagner, South Carolina. It's still open, it's still open and operating, and want to try to do everything I can to help him keep it going. And if I can do that by spreading the word, that's what I will continue doing to him, as well as other businesses like that. But you know, I got a couple of comments. And one was, I don't ask my viewers, but let me ask my viewers. And that was because of me asking if y'all would like to donate and contribute to Puppy's recovery. And, you know, it upset me when I first read it. But, you know, I think that's a lot of our problem too. This text messaging and typing messages, we've lost that sense of compassion through this process. And, you know, I thought maybe this person didn't mean it that way. You know, maybe it wasn't meant to be taken rudely or out of context. And, you know, the person that sent that message, they were right. I don't ask, but yes, I did. And, you know, you have to kind of laugh about it. And we need to learn how to laugh at ourselves instead of being so upset for some criticism. And, you know, I responded back, and I did my little laughing face on my emoji, and I said, yeah, I sure did. And explained the situation again to this person and asked them that we hope that they can help as well. We know that times are really tight and really tough for all of us right now. And, you know, asking anybody to do something for a complete stranger, you know, when we're struggling ourselves to just keep us and our families afloat. But, you know, I just look at it this way, y'all. If you can help, I ask that you do. We set up a GoFundMe page. If there's any other way that you can or want to try to do to contribute to Puppy's recovery, reach out to me and let me know. And, you know, we'll try to figure something out. You know, a lot of people do different things when they like to donate or contribute, and I don't want to try to limit it to just one source. So if there's any other way that you would like to contribute, please let me know. But with all that being said, y'all, I wanted to bring out that comment to make a point. You know, I could have responded back very rudely, very sarcastically, and went off on this person. And I chose not to. You know, we need to learn how to be the bigger person. And we need to learn how to communicate in a sense that it's not going to be taken the wrong way. We need to stop hiding behind our devices to be rude and ugly and sarcastic and bully people. We really do. You know, we need to understand that people have stuff going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of. And all I'm asking for each and every one of you is to remember and respond and communicate with each other the way that we would want in return. You know, really think about that and choose your words. You know, we've gotten into so much political correctness. And there was another video that I did on the crane that flew across the pond, and I had someone reach out and in quotations, that crane is a blue heron. Well, I'm not a bird expert. And, you know, I look at it this way. Were they trying to be ugly? Were they trying to be sarcastic? Were they trying to be rude about it? Were they trying to make me look dumb or stupid? I don't know. Or were they simply trying to give me correction so I would know the difference between a crane and a blue heron? And I explained to the person that I just tried to come up with a short title for the short video. And that was just what popped in my head at the time. So, you know, there's very limited space where you can do your hashtags and your title. So, but anyway, you know, just that in itself, you know, not everybody's going to get it perfect and right every single time, because we are human and because we are imperfect. And we need to remember that about each other. So I appreciate that person for correcting me and teaching me something and letting me know the difference. And, you know, we're all learning every day. We all don't know everything. And it's good to learn from each other. That's how I got started here. But we need to do it, y'all, in a kind way towards each other. Let's quit being so rude and sarcastic and ugly and trying to assassinate each other's character. You know, we've grouped everybody now. you're a Democrat or a Republican, you're gay, you're straight, you're Baptist, you're Methodist, you're this, you're that. I mean, the only group that we should have is being grouped as Americans, because that is what we are. We are American citizens. And if your way of life does not coincide with mine, or vice versa, we don't need to be fighting with each other. We need to learn to agree, to disagree. We need to learn how to communicate and understand that we are living in an imperfect world with imperfect human beings, and we are all imperfect. And we need to be here to help one another along the way, because we all struggle through this life. And I appreciate y'all coming along with me today. I really do. I appreciate you allowing me this opportunity to just sit down and talk with you for a few minutes. And I'm asking all of you to join me in being more kind to one another, more helpful to one another, more caring and sensitive to one another, so we can all work together to make this world, and most of all, our country, a better place. Y'all take care out there. Be safe. God bless all of you. Y'all come back and see us soon.
My daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was none.